So I am here to do, hopefully, a quick TTC update, and I'm also going to do a update on some of the meds I'm taking. I think I said I was going to do that a few weeks ago and it completely slipped my mind. So I've got a little note here so I don't forget what I want to say, because I always forget half of what I want to say, even though my vlogs end up being forever long. What can I tell you? All right, so TTC wise, we are going into our first FET cycle. We have 5 Frosties, just to do a quick catch up here, and we thought we were going to have 8, but 3 of them did not grow well enough to merit freezing, and the other 5 were a little bit behind, but they caught up enough to successfully be frozen. So we have 5 Frosties right now, and we are going to transfer in 2 this cycle. And as for the cycle, where we're at right now is I was on birth control for 21 days. And those of you who have followed me in the past know that birth control and I just don't get along very well. Last time with the fresh cycle, the birth control caused me all kinds of breakthrough bleeding issues and whatnot. I didn't get any of that, thankfully, because they did give me the real version of what they prescribed versus the generic. The generic of this particular birth control can actually have a whole load less medicine in it, and they pass it off for the same thing. So this time I got the real version, and it was obviously stronger, and I didn't have a problem. However, birth control and I have always had a love-hate relationship. I used to take it well over a decade ago, and back then it caused issues occasionally too, but it seemed to be worse this time, maybe because I just haven't been on it for that long. Anyhow, it makes me really, really tired. And I know that's because my estrogen drops through the floor when I'm on it. They've told me that my estrogen ends up really, really low when I'm on birth control. And I just end up dog-tired, flat-out exhausted, not willing to do anything much more than, eat, sleep, go to work, come home, and start it all over again. But on top of that, it also made me really, really moody this time around. And I hate the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel like a serial killer. I want to kill people. I've told people that it makes me feel like a serial killer, which is horrible because it's completely uncontrollable. It's like an out-of-body experience for me. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but anyhow, I am glad the birth control is done and over with. It did its job. We've moved on from there. The red plague did show up shortly thereafter. It's been here and gone. Not much to report on that because the birth control, it was pretty easy breezy, which is always a good thing. And now we are at the point of building my lining back up. I am taking estrogen shots this week, every other day. They started on Monday, so a couple days ago, and they will continue through this Sunday, and then I will go back in for a scan to see where my lining is at. And if they are happy with it, I believe at that point they will schedule the transfer for about 6 days out, because at that point you need to start the progesterone shots, which are the big, nasty, and oil shots everybody knows and loves. And you need to be on those for 6 days prior to the transfer. So I'm figuring in, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks, we should be able to get another try at this. So that's it. That is what's going on with my FET cycle and where we are at right now. I will update again probably when we get closer to transfer time with that, unless anything weird happens prior to that I want to vlog. But that's about it. Pretty uneventful so far. Hopefully it will lead up to some really good events. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go through everything that I'm on and everything I'm doing this cycle. I said I wanted to do that the last time I did a TTC update, and it completely slipped my mind, and I just didn't do it. I want to do this because, just kind of for reference, in case this works, we'll know what we were taking at the time, and in case anybody out there might find the information interesting, or if there's anything that I say that might help someone. The last time I did a vlog on everything I was taking, I did something one that I was taking and my husband was taking, and I quite literally had to split it in half because the vlog was so long. But I'm going to try and go through this relatively quickly this time, and there is a lot less. A lot has been changed in my repertoire. The doctor has taken me off of stuff, has added stuff. Brands have changed. Prescription medicine has been added, changed, taken off here and there. So a lot has changed since I did that last vlog, which I think was probably coming up to a year ago now, maybe 10 months to a year ago. So it's way back there in the history. So I've got my box of goodies down here. Let me grab this and start. Box of goodies. Bigger than my head. All right, I'm going to start with the prescription stuff. I am on metformin. I've been on metformin for over a year now. I'm on a dose of 500 milligrams twice a day. Even though they claim that I don't have PCOS, which is what this is typically prescribed for, they wanted me to stay on it because my BMI is higher than what it should be. And my RE believes that this helps with that and the complications that comes along with having too much weight in pregnancy. He believes this helps with that as well as PCOS. So that's why I am still on this. And my understanding is when I get pregnant, this has to be continued through at least part of the pregnancy. It might be the whole pregnancy. I'm actually not positive. If you know, let me know below. All right, so that's that. The other thing that I am on per the doctor is baby aspirin, also known as low-dose aspirin, 81 milligrams, right? 81 milligrams is considered baby aspirin, low-dose aspirin. This was just started with this cycle. This is something that he added. Also, I am on, make sure stuff is covered here, Lovenox. Now this is the generic of Lovenox. Don't ask me to pronounce that. Lovenox is a blood thinner. It is used to help with uterine lining and implantation and all of that kind of stuff. I know it's also prescribed for some people with MTHFR. I don't have MTHFR. I'm not too familiar with the reasoning behind this, but he wanted to add it this month as a precaution to help with implantation if there was any issues there. So, Lovenox looks like this, and those of you who have used injections but not Lovenox are probably looking at this the same way I did. Like, what the heck is that spring going on there? It looked nothing like any of the other injections I've done. But this is actually kind of cool. I guess if you don't have a sharps container, I don't know if you can technically throw these in your garbage when you're done, but I think that's the concept because you can't tell through here, but there's this big plastic area right here, actually. And after you inject yourself, the needle and the spring jump back into this plastic area, so you can't stab yourself or someone else with it, which is kind of cool. But that's probably the reason why it costs so much. I'm not going to complain, but there's 10 in a box. One box is like $41 with my insurance. So 1 month, since you have to take these every day, is about $120. Again, I'm not going to complain because it doesn't say it on here, but if I recall, I think my insurance is covering like over $300 just for 10. So it could be plenty worse. All right, so that's new this month along with the aspirin. The metformin has been around for a while, and currently right now I am on Estradiol. The last time I had to take estrogen, they gave me estrogen, which is the real version of this. Estradiol is generic. I don't know why they give me the generic once and the non-generic another time. I probably insurance, but it's the same thing, so what do I care? This is, let's see, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, so 4 injections of this, and it's 2 milligrams each shot this week. After that, good old progesterone. I don't need to get into particulars about that. This is progesterone and sesame oil. Past vlogs, I said that I thought I could have potentially been having an issue with this because I had some skin irritations shortly after I stopped it last time. Never did figure that out, and unfortunately, I would have had to have transferred my whole order to another pharmacy because my pharmacy only offers it in sesame oil, and I didn't have time to transfer it to another pharmacy. So I'm hoping that the sesame oil is not the reason why I have the skin irritation after the fact, which was a little bit weird. I'm hoping that just doesn't happen again. If it does, then we've narrowed down the culprit. Luckily, it wasn't painful. It was just really annoying, and it took a while to go away. All right, so that's it with the prescriptions. Everything else is supplements. I take a prenatal. That is my prenatal. This requires me to take 3 pills, which are pretty good size, every day. Pretty good size pill. I've changed my prenatals numerous times. It's kind of like the more you know, the more you end up changing. The main reason why I changed to this one, and I'm probably going to stay on this one, I'm due for a refill soon, is it has folate in it instead of folic acid. Now, a lot of people, most people, their prenatals have folic acid in it because that's what's common to be in it. And all of us who are trying to get pregnant know how important folic acid is. What a lot of people don't know is some people don't absorb folic acid properly. And folic acid is not the natural form of it. It is harder for your body to absorb it even if you don't have problems with it. This has folate in it, which is the natural occurring version of folic acid. And if you have issues with absorbing folic acid, folate won't be a problem. So I don't know if I fall under any of those genetic issues, we'll call them, that causes issues with absorbing folic acid. But personally, I'd rather just not chance it. And my body is already absorbing a whole lot of stuff in this box. If I can give it something that's easier for it to absorb and more natural, then I'm all for it. Off the top of my head, I know those of you with MTHFR should be leery of anything with folic acid in it because people with MTHFR have issues with folic acid. That's how I learned about this, actually. Leanna Fishbowl, I'm going to give her a shout out. She's my teacher with this one. So that is my prenatal Garden of Life. Raw prenatal, it does have folate in it, and it has everything else that any other good prenatal has. So that's mine. All right. What else is in here? My husband's stuff is in here also. This month I added extra B12. B12 is supposed to be good for the health of your uterine lining. So that's why I added that. I do take other things that have B vitamins in it, including a B complex. I take that. But I take this B complex because it really helps with my energy. I notice it if I don't take this. And this does not have a whole heck of a lot of B12 in it. This one, as you can see, has got 2,000 micrograms. Your average B complex, like this one, and this is a good one. This one does only have 60 micrograms. So I've been taking this for a long time. I added this just for this month because I want to make sure my uterine lining is not the reason why my IVF failed. And speaking of uterine lining, the other thing I added this month is Bromelain. I take this at night No particular reason, that's just when I take it. Bromelain is the reason why you see some people doing pineapple core for implantation. They literally cut the core up into 5 to 7 pieces and eat it after so many days after ovulation. I've got a video from quite a while back where I tried that, and I actually turned it into a smoothie so it was a little easier to take. As you can imagine, pineapple core is pretty rough. It's not like eating regular pineapple. Bromelain does have a lot of qualities for uterine lining health. You can even look that up on Livestrong. They've got write-ups on this stuff. So I just thought that I would take this a month long. There's some pros and cons to that. I don't think anything is really proven about it. But bromelain is known to be good for your uterine lining. So I'm trying this, and I take it once a day. And it is 500 micrograms. All right, what else is in my pack of goodies? Super Omega 369. I really like this brand. They have really good reviews, so I have a bunch of things in here that are from this brand. Again, this is also supposed to be really good for uterine lining health. I take this once a day also at night. And it is 1,200 milligrams, which can often be hard to find with all of these in it and not cost you an arm and a leg. This one's not that bad. Look it up on Amazon. There's the Now brand again. I take NIC. I'm not entirely positive how to say the full name of that, so I'm probably going to butcher this, but an acetylcysteine. It has a lot of qualities for all kinds of things. My husband also takes this because there's some reviews and medical studies out there that show that this stuff helps with inflammation all over the body, including in the guy parts, and it's supposed to help if your guy has high viscosity. So that's why he takes it. The reason why I take it is this is recommended for a lot of women with PCOS. Again, I don't have PCOS, but I started it back when I did have PCOS. I've found reviews and studies since then that show it's just generally good for fertile health, so I kept taking it. And I do take this one, again, once a day. It's 600 milligrams. And my husband takes the same amount also. Non-fertility related, but I'll throw it in here anyways. I do take C1000 with rose hips. Rose hips helps vitamin C absorb better. And the reason why I take so much vitamin C is because my immune system sucks, in plain old English. The joke is, if it can be caught, I will catch it. I'm the only person that can catch something fifth hand and potentially virtually, so please don't cough at your screen. And because of that, I also take zinc. Zinc and vitamin C are supposed to help boost your immune system. I think it works for me. I can't tell you for sure because I'd rather not know what my immune system would be like without these. It probably wouldn't be pretty. All right, and I am down to one last thing. This is an herb that I take. I take Ganoderma. This was on the first vlog I did of what do I take. I've been taking it since then. I will probably continue to take this. I'm not going to get into too much about this. If you really want to know, inbox me or leave me a message below, and I'll do another vlog on it, no problem, if there's anybody who's interested. But essentially, this is an herb. It's an adaptogen, and I really believe in it. And I think it helps me with numerous things. So I will continue to take it, and I will probably continue to take it while I'm pregnant, whenever that happens. That's it. I think that's enough. I do have one of those big old people looking pill containers because I wouldn't be able to keep track of all this if I didn't use one of those. So I hope that helps someone out there, or it answers questions if you're curious what I'm taking. Other than that, the other things that I am doing this month real quickly, because I see that this is not a quick vlog like I wanted it to be. The other things I am doing is I am doing acupuncture. I've done acupuncture the last 3 weeks, once a week, and this week and next week it will be bumped up to 2-3 times. And I am also doing, for stress relief, a weekly massage. There is some research out there based on if massage can help you with fertility issues. Personally, I think it's just a matter of reducing your stress, and anybody who is really, really, really stressed is, of course, going to have more issues than someone who's not. So I'm doing that. I'm doing a massage once a week. I'm doing the acupuncture, and I'm doing all these meds. So we will find out in a few weeks if all of this or some of this or part of this has helped, and if it works. So that's all I've got. I'm going to let you guys go before I hit like a half an hour long vlog, which would be hard for me to do. Quickly, I want to say good luck to those of you out there who have just had your transfer, who are about to jump into an IVF cycle, who are about to do an IUI, and of course, any of you guys out there who are just TTCing in general. I am throwing baby dust at every single last one of you, and hopefully this is going to be our year. Talk to you later. Bye.